Good morning everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to Greenside Up. Well, my tomatoes are planted inside the polytunnel, but they're also planted inside this mini cloche cum greenhouse thing to keep them protected, keep the temperatures up overnight, as it's been fairly cold really since I planted them out. This just gives them an added layer of protection, and as you can see the tomatoes have done really well. They're flowering and I've even got fruit on, so I'm very pleased about that. These covers, hopefully after this weekend's frost, will be coming off, because these are measured and designed for the no dig beds outside, and this one and the one too that you can't see just to the right of me here will go on a no dig bed, and my sweet corn will go in them. So that's where we're going with that. I've also got all the canes here ready to cane these up properly, all these tomatoes, and get them up and running. Hopefully after this cold spell this weekend, that'll be it, and we'll be into summer proper. Just get the last of this bench up out of the way. Right, so that's it now. I can get this all dug over, prepared and ready for planting next week. Fill this with peppers next week. So that's good. They all plant an hour in the big polytunnel. So I'm really happy that I've got that done today. And this is where all my plants have ended up from the little polytunnel, and some of the ones that I've brought down. I'll go over them on another day, but I think about a third of these will be planted out next week, hopefully towards the end of next week. So they'll start disappearing off here. This is a mix of edibles and flowers. So these benches are just sort of temporary. I mean, I've got them up on mushroom crates at the end, far end, and this is a little trestle table somebody gave me at this end, and it's just under the beds that are under the grapevine, you can probably tell. So it's only temporary. This will only be here for a month, 6 weeks at best, just while I'm getting everything planted up. Got a lot more plants to come down from home. Plants that need potted on and fetched down. They're warmer weather flowers mostly at home. And there we go. I've kind of lost my way in the last couple of years. I've had these two plots here now for about 10 years. When I first started here, I had the plot which ran from about here all the way down through the no dig area where my potatoes are planted and the manure's dropped all the way down there. That was the first plot. This second part from here back that way where I now grow all my flowers, I've only had this about 5 or 6 years, I think, something like that, maybe a bit more. But anyway, when I had the half plot, I did everything, I made everything. It was just grassland, and I would be resourceful. I would go out and collect things and make my own compost. I would make my own mixes up for particular plants and flowers. I would add fertilizers if the plants were hungry, for example like with cucumbers and courgettes and squashes. And as I got this extra plot, I suddenly had to make more plants, and this is where I think I lost my way, and I started to buy more and more compost to enable me to do that. And this is where I've lost my way, because at the start of lockdown this year I was suddenly left in a situation where, because my partner is very vulnerable, I could not go out to the shops and purchase compost the same as people are doing. Not even a safe option. It wasn't really an option for me. So I had to scrabble around for compost, and the old compost that I used to grow my potatoes in, I'd grown potatoes in it for 3-4 years. That was thrown in the no dig beds as a base, and I've been digging it out and reusing it for the plants. Consequently, plants have suffered this year, I've noticed, and too late. that the plants were quite pale and quite yellow, because I didn't think it through like I normally would and add the fertiliser to it. So once this lockdown's ended and we're back into normal things, I'm going to get back to my normal winning ways. I'm going to go out and collect leaves in the autumn and get piles of manure delivered and have them composted, in particular to make compost, and start making my own mixes again, because that's when I grew plants the best. So that's it really. It's an admission, and I have kind of messed up a little bit, but we'll get there. The plants that are being planted that were sort of this horrible yellowy lime green colour are now picking up, so things will be alright. I'm just a little bit disappointed in myself. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little look at where I'm at now. There'll be a lot of planting going on in the next couple of weeks, a lot more organising, a lot more bigger changes made to the plot, so stick with me. And if you're not a subscriber already, please do subscribe and then hit the notification bell and select all, just as the little diagram down here is saying now. So that's it. Thanks very much. Please stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.